until here. Chapter 10. What literally happens to Leper through the war? Consider all aspects of his problem. Let's see. Lexi, what happens to Leper? He goes crazy. Can you give me some description of how exactly he goes crazy? Maybe we can be amateur psychologists and diagnose his problem. What happens? What symptoms does he present with? I mean, he's not running around naked smearing peanut butter all over himself, right? So, well, that would be crazy. Tell me how he's acting crazy.
Like, he didn't prepare himself enough for the war, so he doesn't.
Hold on, you're going all the way to the conclusion, to the literary aspect. Let's just, and that's where we should go, but let's go there slowly. Tell me just literally what happened. He's at boot camp. Help Lexi out. Give me specific problems.
He starts seeing faces of other people on the general, and then he thinks when he remembers Brandon, he remembers a woman's face, and he can't sleep at night, but he wants to sleep all day, and he can't eat in the mess hall, but when he's not there, he's hungry.
Yeah, this boy's got some problems, especially the hallucinations. Now, the hallucinations, like I said, I'm no psychologist, I'm not even a psych teacher, but the hallucinations make me think of schizophrenia, that he's had a schizophrenic break. Schizophrenia, from my understanding, is basically a generic term talking about a break with reality, in which you can't process the real world properly. And he's not. Visually, he's not processing the real world properly. He's hallucinating. So he's having a schizophrenic break. How does this relate to the statement Leper made in Chapter 9? Where else am I? Chapter 10 groups. I had a Chapter 10 group here. Other gentlemen? Okay. So let's see. Zach, how does this relate to the statement Leper made in Chapter 9? Oh, that's true. But actually, I was thinking more of this statement. Everything has to evolve or else it perishes. So I know you guys identified a different statement. So I think Lexi was about to go there. Think about the everything has to evolve or else it perishes. What do we say about Leper? Leper is... Hello? Schizo, to be insensitive about it. Leper's schizo. So what's happening to him? What's he not doing? He's not evolving. He's not growing up. He's not adapting to war. If you go to boot camp and somebody says, guess what? At 6 a.m. you better be in the mess hall to eat. And Aaron, what happens to him when he's there at 6 a.m.? He's not hungry. And then at 7 a.m. he's got to be out there running. And what happens at 7 a.m.? He's hungry. He's not adapting. Figure it out. If you were on that schedule for a few days, what do you think would happen with you? You'd start getting hungry at 6. It wouldn't take very long. He can't do it. Can't figure it out. And then he breaks psychologically. He is not adapting. He is not evolving. And therefore, what's happening? He's not physically dying, right? How's he dying? Leper is suffering a mental death. I'm sorry, Aaron? Yeah. It is weird, but you know what? Honestly, when we think about what we as human beings deal with psychologically, the horrors that we deal with, war, the Holocaust, genocide, rape, murder, it's a wonder that more of us haven't experienced the same problem. Do you know what? Does everybody know what a Section 8 discharge means?
They explained it.
Dishonorable discharge based on mental incompetence. And now realize that we're talking the 40s, which means that we're talking pre-60s sensitivity. Post-60s, you have sensitivity to a number of different issues, race, gender, as well as developmental disabilities. And so people who are considered handicapped or disabled in some way in our society now are given a fair amount of sensitivity and understanding. Back at that point, none. You've got Section 8 discharge on your record, you're a loon. Why would I ever hire you for anything? Exactly. It's extraordinarily unfair and unkind, and hopefully nowadays we try to help people who have suffered mental breakdowns. But at that point, he's done. Socially, he's done. Mentally, he's done. He has perished. So, the big question, what is Knowles telling us? What's Knowles telling us about war? Sorry? Speak up. Adapt to it. Because if you don't adapt to it, what will it do to you? Kill you. It'll break you. And if you think that's extreme, remember that we're talking about war. War is extreme. And especially in this war, when you're talking, we're not talking about predator drones or guided missiles from people who are half a globe away. We're talking about boys exiting troop transports onto beaches in mass numbers in front of machine gun nests. Figure it out. Or suffer the consequences. Knowles is giving us a very clear message about war through Leper's example. All right. Good enough place for us to stop.